Thank you. Thank you for being here. I'd like next to introduce is Chris Hirschman Brandt in the house?
I don't see them. I'm sorry.
You don't. Oh, that little stinker. Okay, well, maybe he'll show up later. Uh, I can say that because he's a very good friend. Okay. Well, then I have now the great pleasure of introducing one of my oldest friends and my bestie, my one of my two besties, and a very accomplished poet and many other things she's accomplished in, Susan Shute. She has recently published 12 poems, has taken Beauty is in the Street, a political poetry seminar from Tina Kane, and is founder curator of the popular reading series Next Words, a New Paltz literary forum, now going into its 12th year. If you have not visited this literary forum, check it out. It's really, really great. Maybe, Susan, you can post information about that in the chat after you read. So, welcome, Susan.
Thank you, Joanie. Okay. Um, I'm going to read two poems, um, two short poems. The first one was written in the holiday season after the beginning of the Israeli-Palestinian War, and it's called Holy Land. It's Christmas in the Holy Land, and a child shares a single piece of bread. Christmas in the Holy Land, and the elder eats a small portion of rice in the Holy Land, and the 4-year-old is infested with lice. Holy Land, and the engineer tries to find water. Land, and father and daughter walk south to a tent, and the graveyard of children fills. Land, and wheat mills collapse back to the Stone Age. Holy Land, and paramedics die from ambulance assaults in the Holy Land, and incubators hold charred baby bones. Christmas in the Holy Land, and ancestors incarnate in fields of rubble and red. It's instinctual. The flesh grows thin. Again, I look up in the dark and see artificial stars. And the second one, on a more optimistic note, is a more recent poem, and it's called Tripled Something. This weekend, I left behind my loves, lovely lean, bossy Bana, hilarious Hashem, my late in life loves. 7, 4, and 1 are the years they carry in this land, citizens with passports their parents lack, Muslim children watching mother prostrate herself 3 times a day, or is it 5? And tell me how to work every day to do what should be done, no matter how hard, to stop the ice and spread the meaty Middle Eastern banquet. And I want to shout to the heavens this astounding fact: 3 children, now the love life of a barren woman, my half-century singlehood after all this time, and I'm waiting for FaceTime to interrupt my pen as they interrupt my so-called solitude and bring me joy, 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 and I'm now tripped up with tripled something feeling I never knew before. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Susan. And I know those children, and they are gorgeous and so, so full of life. You can't help but catch it from them. They're a great antidote to the shit we're living through. Thank you so much, Susan. I'd like now to introduce my good friend and former teacher, Charles Frederick. He is a poet and street performance artist. The Hudson River, an autobiography, is currently in production by the Andrew Howard Studio in Portugal. Welcome, Charles.
Thank you, Joanie. Thank you for inviting me here, and thank you for all of the other people who are reading so much and so well. I'm going to do two pieces. They don't have titles. First one. All you have is the life you are in. All you have is your splendor mortal time. How you will fall in love. Feel the awe at the sight of the sun, at night, the moon and the stars. The way the earth moves or is still beneath your feet. The sky above in all its clouds and colors. The air and water, soft or fierce, pushing against your body. The child you've been, the elder you will become. There is no immortality, no forever for us, just the same as for every other creature. There is only this oh so brief time of your life. To be, to know, to feel, to wonder, to want, to be full, to be overwhelmed, to be happy, to be alive in both joy and sorrow. So short a time, but so wondrous, so full of yearning, hope for what might each day, each next day become. Why? Why should we have war? Why do we surrender to the slaughter of others? Why not just peace, not fear and injustice? We all have the equal right to be alive. And while we are here, to be equally secure, equally free of fear, equally in the promise of each new day, the chance of falling once again in love. Why can we allow a genocide in Gaza? The second one, a little fable. They gathered around me and began to throw at me their stones. When they had exhausted their store of them, I picked up all of the stones, and broken as I was, I carried them as though they were bread in my skirt. The sharpest of the stones were most lapped with my blood. Then, while they watched, I swallowed the stones, one by one, them all, until I could no longer move. So heavy I had become, and hence forever now, I am the monument to their hatred they would have every day to see again.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you.
much, Charles. You know I mean it.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on. Wow, this is just too rich. It's too good. It's too potent. I wish everybody in America could hear this. Sam Friedman, who is a pillar of radical poetry. And he is a widely published socialist, poet, public health researcher, and harm reduction activist and advocate. Please make your presence known, Sam.
Thank you. Thank you. What great poems I've been hearing. I'm working on a poem about sustained resistance, and so I thought, even though it's not finished, I would read it. Failures, or saviors in the swamps of time. Ken and I emailed mightily today. about long ago hopes when we strove to organize revolution, to wipe capitalism from off our world. Our good friend Steve, organizer extraordinaire, praised me for my hunger of revolution. I learned the horrors of capitalism from life and the movement, and Marxism as a professor at UCLA from my workmate Sam, and from Bob, whose studies of the English Revolution sparked decades of debate. Together, we organized socialists, steel workers, and truck drivers before I wandered from Los Angeles to the New York Metro half a century ago. Now, although we have fought capitalism and its ravages for many decades, we have grown old. And as our lives near their end, we fret about our failures and fret about consequences unto the seventh generation, unlikely to be born if capital still reigns. Haters still rule. Prophets effluvia still heat the earth, pollute water and the sky, feed fire and ice to ravage that Los Angeles where we met. Workers remain unorganized, overworked, poor, and bored, with few socialists in sight. But we do not despair. We do not despair. Our hatred for the system yet glows. Our hope yet burns. As we see worldwide embers of shared anger begin to spread, begin to ignite.
Thank you, Sam. You have ignited us. Thank you. Okay, moving along. Okay, 321. We're not doing bad. Edward S. Galt. Edward S. Galt is a poet and a fine arts photographer living in Dorchester. Dorchester what? Edward, are you here?
Yeah, Massachusetts.
Dorchester, Massachusetts. Okay, welcome. Nice to see you.
Thank you very much. This one is called The Shelter. Apologize for the length, but I'll get to it in 3 minutes. The Shelter. We started getting in line by 5 to get dinner. Dinner ended at 6. Once inside, we put our bags onto a conveyor belt to be scanned for contraband. Guns weren't likely, knives maybe. Dinner tonight would be chicken, macaroni, salad, 1 slice of bread, and a brownie. The men would frequently barter for extras. After dinner, we waited in line for our bed tickets, a yellow card with a number. That number corresponded to a bed on the 2nd floor or 3rd. Some men weren't allowed on these floors. They slept on mats on the 1st floor. These were the men with drug, alcohol, or temper issues. Men with violence issues were kicked out for a time. The people that ran the shelter said they never gave up on a man. But if you were on the 1st floor, it might take a while to get back on the 2nd or 3rd. The 2nd floor had the showers and lockers. After the shower, we chose our bedclothes for the night. Generally, they were yellow uniforms. Occasionally, you might find green or red. We would then make our way down the hall. The sheets were in a bundle on the mattress, so we had to make the bed. It would be a different bed each night, except for the medical cases. If you used a CPAP, you got the same bed. If not the same one, at least you got one that would be near a socket. Most people were at their beds by 8. This left time for reading or watching a movie on your phone, except they didn't have Wi-Fi, so you had to have your own. The men generally wore their cell phones around their neck in a plastic case because the phones disappeared every night. Every night. Not yours tonight, but tomorrow it just might. After reading, if you could, there was a long stretch of hours till morning. Um, that's when one did time, when thoughts of the life we had before came, the loving wives and children, now strangers, homes that are no longer homes, homes that have been lost. Sometimes crying could be heard. I wish I could anymore. I'm spent. So I walk off the energy in between the rows of beds, hoping that maybe, somehow, I could walk back through time, back to the family I loved, to the family that loved me, to Christmas mornings, to bedtime stories, to puppet shows, to walks in the park, a lifetime ago, a life lost. The first men up were woken at 4. They had the early jobs or work across town. Most of us got up when the lights came on at 5. Then to the locker room. One man found his locker broken into. Something had been poured into it. That happened. He was lucky nothing was missing, just malice. After showers and getting dressed, we went to breakfast. We had to get a meal ticket. At the same counter, we got the bed tickets, then give it to the lady at the door. Breakfast was cereal, a muffin, and juice. We were out of the shelter by 7, so 12 hours from 5 p.m. to 7 the next morning. There would be a couple of hours before I had to go to work, so I went to Cafe Nero, where I saw many of the people I left at the shelter, their bags and knapsacks filled with everything they had left in the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Edward. That was amazing. Those last few stanzas really blew me away. Next, we have up, oh, where am I? I'm sorry, forgive me. Okay, yes, of course. We have, is this a video, Jonathan?
Anthony Hidden Guest? Not
Yes.
no, I don't see him. I don't have it as one of my videos.
Okay, Anthony Hayden Guest, are you here? Come to the forefront. Step out of the crowd, Prometheus. Are you here? Oh. Oh. Well, let's hope that he comes a little later. His would be a very, very valuable perspective, as all your very different perspectives have been. I was looking forward to hearing him, but oh, perhaps he'll be back. All right, well, moving on. Musician, writer, living theater actor, activist, Robert Heger, my baby brother, co-directs Dada New York and is a member of Pandemic Poetry Project, a CUNY BA program summa cum laude graduate. He earned an MS in Integrated Digital Media from NYU in Tandon. NYU Tandon in 2017. He's a unicorn. Bobby.
Okay, not the first time I've been accused of being a unicorn, but okay. First of all, I have to say that it is both humbling and an honor to be in the community of today's readers. We are definitely living in a time that I would characterize as consumed by terminal and malignant stupidity. However, you know, despite the pessimism that can consume us all, myself included, I remain a stubborn optimist. And in that spirit, what I read is a satirical piece. Hypocrisy. I mean democracy. No, I mean hypocrisy. Undiluted, bold-faced prevarication. They're coming, violating our borders, taking our jobs. They're coming, the bad hombres. We need protection. We need pet food, not pets who are food. They're coming, the rapists. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. We'll protect you. We'll end the war. We'll build the wall. If we lose, blame the Jews. They support the enemy within. America first, restored to our former glory. I don't want your protection racket. I don't need your tired slogans. Goebbels couldn't out-slogan you. I don't need your protection racket. You just make a racket. Then you just can't hack it. So you turn and attack it. Just get your suitcase and pack it. Demos kratos. Demos kratos. Sounds Greek to me. Demos kratos. People rule. Don't know if I want people ruling me. Democracy? No. Hypocrisy. The threat from within? Send in the protectors? Please, protect me from the protectors. Thank you.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you so much. Now another close friend, wonderful friend, and lovely poet, Nancy Hoch. Nancy Hoch is a retired CUNY professor who lives in Brooklyn, where she is an active member of the Maple Street Community Garden and conducts oral history interviews of neighbors for the Voice of Lefferts Community History Project. Welcome, Nancy.
Thank you, Joanie, and hi, everyone. This is such a wonderful gathering. I'm so glad to be here. My poem is called Brave City, and it's in 4 parts. 1. The young man behind the desk is reading his phone. I wait above him, lost in the beauty of his dark hair. There are telltale wet spots on my mask beneath my eyes, but I don't want to be seen crying here now or in the treatment room. I sniff, and he looks up. Are you okay? I blurt out, alarmed by the expression in his eyes. It is late January in New York City, and the immigration raids have already begun. It's something I have to do for my mother, he says. His hands make a bird-like motion over his phone, part lifting off, part holding pattern until he can get me checked in. 2. In the radiation room, I raise my arms above my head. The young technicians put my wrists into the red silicone cuffs, ask if I want a warm blanket from my legs, then busy themselves saying numbers to each other, tugging the thin sheet under my torso a few millimeters this way and that until I'm positioned just right. I want to ask, if a sob comes and my breast moves when I'm alone, the machines whirring and circling around me, what part will get damaged? My right lung, my liver, the dark anchor of my esophagus? The doctor said the metal treatment table might hurt, but instead, when my back muscles tense and my chest threatens to arc out of its prescribed orbit, the hard surface becomes a place to steer for, a place to rest and let go. Each time my mind begins to swell with panic, I will myself back to that place between my shoulder blades, where, lying full on against the hard, smooth surface, a stillness comes, and I feel myself filling with the beauty of this world. I can do this. 3. My grandmother was a still point in the moving field of my family. Once at dinner, when my father clenched his fists and shouted, and I couldn't hear my mother saying anything, And my brother and I ran outside to huddle by the clothesline until we heard his Jeep roar off and it was safe to go back in. We found my grandmother, who had tilted up her stubborn chin as he towered over her, still seated at the table. "Don't you children want a slice of that good chocolate cake your mother made?" she said. And not knowing if it was okay, we sat down and ate. And even after everything that had happened, it was good. 4. On the way out, I see a teenaged girl in a pink knit hat wheeling her IV towards the treatment room, mother and older sister in tow. A middle-aged man is gathering up used gowns and stuffing them into a blue plastic bag. Out in the waiting room, the young man at the desk is busy with another patient, but looks up for a minute as I pass. I send a silent prayer to him and his family. Take a look at the ones working and the ones waiting for treatment. We are all shapes and sizes and colors, some in business suits, some in sweats. Everyone has a story that brought them here to this day, this place, this brave city. May we find the courage to be still points for each other. May we find a way to share the beauty and love in our hearts.
Thank you so much, Nancy. I love that poem. Thank you. And you. Okay, moving on. I would like to introduce the buoyant and quintessential Michael Anthony Ingram from DC. He is the founder and host of Quintessential Poetry, a popular poet and broadcaster. Michael, are you here?
I am here. Thank you
Okay,
so much.
thank you. Thanks for
All
being
right.
here.
It's a privilege to be here today. As I think about sustained resistance, it's not always about a shout. Sometimes it's a persistent echo, a daily choice to reflect the beauty, as Nancy said, and endurance we see around us. This poem is my testament to that practice. And the title of the poem is Today I Think I'll Echo. Today I think I'll echo the beauty of the sun. Because like the sun up and to rise up and greet the morn with a dazzling brilliance cannot be denied. But a majesty so great that the world cannot hide. So today I think I'll echo the beauty of the sun. Then I think I'll echo the song of the birds, because like the birds plan to rise up and sing a song so loud that the sound of my voice is carried across nations, and the power of my words will that begin like creation. So today I think I'll echo the beauty of the sun, the song of the birds, and then I think I'll echo the color of the grass. Because like the grass, my color is red. So rich the weeds could not even touch me. Poisonous lies and sensual indignation cannot destroy me. Because like the grass, you might step on me, break me, cause me to fall. Just give me a minute. And I'll come back and stand up just to fall. So today I think I'll echo the beauty of the sun, the song of the birds, the color of the grass. And then I think I'll echo the coolness of the breeze. Because like the breeze, I too am cool like this. I'm all around like that. You might not see me, but my presence is still felt like that, still strong like that, still proud like that. So today I think I'll echo the beauty of the sun, the song of the birds, the color of the grass, and the coolness of the breeze. And then, when night falls shroud the earth in a peaceful darkness, I think I'll echo the glimmer of the moon. Because like the moon, it can be as dark as a starless night, but I still know my luminous spirit will shine just as bright. So today I think I'll echo the beauty of the sun, the song of the birds, the color of the grass, the coolness of the breeze, and the glimmer of the moon. And then I think I'll find something sweet. Because echoing the beauty of life always makes me hungry. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michael. Amazing. What a performance. Please post your information about your podcast and in the chat. Thank you. Anybody who wants to post whatever you want about yourselves, your websites or whatever, put it out there. Let's link up, man. Let's link up. Okay. I would like now to introduce Hiram LaRue, whose poems appear widely. He founded Poetry X Hunger, an initiative that brings poets from around the world to the anti-hunger cause. Hiram?
Thanks, Joanie. I'm
Hi.
going to share screen. I'm Hiram LaRue from Maryland, and I'm going to share screen my poem so that you can kind of follow along. This poem first appeared in Hidden Peaks Press Journal, and it's a wistful wish. It's titled Given Over. Just once, and in the spirit of whatever wings, please help me create a dearly different religion, deep in hoot hoot, and with whistling almighties, all given over unto and believed in, with heaven upon us from the get-go. Yes, teach me how to pray like vines going up flames, to sing out like goats do, or as chuckling that runs past holy. And with what's twisted in knots, let it be so, as undone and ever shall be, with the faith of my silly. Yes, let me become part reeling, or those abracadabra blessings, a vision of whatsoever is coming, all juicy laden with stings, and say so, and so on, and unto, into my rolling hereafters, into the soap bubble amens, just once, but forever beyond. Thanks, Joanie.
Thank you so much, Hiram. Delightful, really. Love it. Okay. Let me see now. Post the hunger stuff in the chat, please. Next, my dear good friend, sweet friend, Mindy Levikov, a very wonderful, unique, eccentric poet who says, deeply grateful to join you as I'm working hard to sustain my resistance. This reading presents another wonderful opportunity to do so. You don't say, babe. I'm introducing Mindy Levikov.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Joanie. And thank you all the readers and Larissa and everyone who's here and everyone who's listening. I'd like to first sing, do a chant, a medicine Buddha chant, a prayer for all the illnesses that we have around us, mental, emotional, spiritual, physical happening. Te atam beganje maha beganje randa samun gate soha. Te atam beganje maha beganje randa samun gate soha. Te atam beganje maha beganje randa samun gate soha. Okay, so I have a couple of short poems. This one is called Laylatul Qadr, for the night of power. Why, in a valley of lost sense, holding your hand, if we lose our fears, dreaming of deeper studies, wrists and ankles swimming loose, palms and souls, psalms and souls, respect in the center, the one, the two, the many, in my heart, and every you, all royal and real, of all these holy days, stepping into gray and taupe and fire, futures, disasters, chaos and lies, just forward, the soldiers we are. And I have one more short one. It's called Inconsequence. I'm a car missing a front tire. I'm a hawk lost in the night. The wind doesn't know my name. My sweater won't cover my arms. Invisible, I cough and I haunt. The rain is not my friend. Trouble lives in my pockets. Shame is my halo.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And you.
Thank you, everybody, for all of this.
Yeah. And our strength be transmitted. And next, another one of my favorite people in the world, Ziggy Lowenberg. Now we're not gonna, well, we'll see. Yeah, we're not gonna see her in person, or maybe she'll give us a flash of her beautiful face, but we're going to see a wonderful short video by her. She is the co-leader of jazz poetry ensemble Upsurge, with Raymond Nat Turner, her husband, and Ziggy Lowenberg hosts an intimate evening with the town crier. Her poetry is published in Lightwood Press and the video series Poetry of Protest and Struggle. Visit her at youtube.com ZiggyLo. So Ziggy, please post that in the chat before you take off. Okay.
Hey, thank you, Joanie. Thank you, Larissa and Joanie, for doing this, and also Jonathan, who has my back in case the screen share I'm going to attempt to do doesn't work. They say that we're always preaching to the choir or the chorus, but if this is that, then I'm here for it. I'm here for all the food. Thank you all for your great words and nourishment.
Throw pillows. We throw pillows under bodies. Soften crashes. Rush tender landings for fractured dreams of the way it should be. And together, we make choruses for a new song.
This should be our anthem.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ziggy. Love you, babe.
Love you, sweetie.
Okay. I would like now to reintroduce to you and to myself, actually, James Mansfield, who his bio is a quote.
I don't see him. I'm sorry.
Oh, really, James, you're not here? Oh, well, okay. I'm going to now share some information with you guys that was passed on to me from one of the people in my coterie. I will do that after I put the next poet on. But from Joanna Maurer in Florida. She's a lawyer, an artist, a dancer, and an activist. My good friend Joanna asked that we share this important information. 1 Million Rising is a national effort to train 1 million people in the strategic logic and practice of non-cooperation, as well as the basics of community organizing and campaign design. This is how we build people power that can't be ignored. You're invited to join us and lead. Well, I take I take a little anyway, no editorials. nokings.org/rise. See that for further information, and I will share that information in the chat. And thank you so much, Joanna, for this information. Next, I have the great pleasure to introduce one of the most incredible, intrepid activists and incredible artists of the Lower East Side and beyond, far beyond, Nancy Mercado, whose recent work features an interview with Felipe Luciano, founder of the Young Lords Party, for the debut issue of Tar Baby, a literary and art journal published by the Toni Morrison Foundation and edited by Ishmael Reed. Welcome, Nancy. Thank you for being here.
Hello. Hello, thank you for having me. I'm trying to bring up, okay, let's see if that works. Okay, great. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate being here. It's an honor to be on the same stage, so to speak, with everyone else. I'm gonna read two pieces that I recently wrote. It's sometimes you just have to express your anger. So anyway, this is titled Miller's Ice. You invade my home night and day, landing in your military fatigues, showing off your armored chest, waving batons and smoke bombs. Your gas mask face protruding into my dreams, deforming them into living miseries. You will be lost among the damned, leaving no remnant of your existence behind. Perpetuating legalized crimes, seizing children from playgrounds, shoving women into unmarked vans, speeding them away to captivity in far-off lands. With every life torn apart, you destroy your own soul. Another fracture with each violent act, another tear with each cry of anguish, piloting the planes flying the fathers away. You will be lost among the damned, leaving no remnant of your existence behind. We will meet you at your landing, encircle you with countless souls, combat your cruelty with whispers of our ancients, dissolving you in plain sight. We will drive you into an unforgiving twilight. You will never return. You will be lost among the damned, leaving no remnant of your existence behind. And the second and last piece that I'll read, and I'll put up in the chat, gonna be reading in Brooklyn. I'll put that up, and I'll put up my website in case anyone wants to take a look at that. This is titled Women of the Regime 2. The women serving the vial slither to work in baseball caps, wearing gaudy knockoff watches, crashing into wall after wall, discombobulation at its most perturbed. They shoot puppies in the head for sport. They cage hairdressers in concentration camps for sport. They get endless Botox injections to paralyze the truths ringing in their ear. The women serving the cruel hold photo shoots with the condemned. They crave living in a deceased world, reminders of their colorless birthplace. They showboat crosses of fool's gold between their breasts. They hopelessly simulate life on earth with their morbid origins inescapable. The women in the service of maggots look elegant until they don't, sporting putrid faces that display their skeletal remains. Their disjointed bones clash with when they move about in search of their next victim fix. They are the willing maids of maniacs. They are one spectacle hell has to offer. They are malignant beasts that now roam this world. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for being here, Nancy. Thank you. It's an honor. I'm wondering if Sean Miletic is here. Miletich? Sean,
Sean M.
is she here?
Looks like.
Yes?
Sean M, is that you?
Ask them to unmute.
It says John Wessick.
Yes, that's me. I just asked Sean M to unmute.
Oh, thank you. I see. So, Sean. Hello, Sean. Nice to not see you. Okay, Sean, Miletic. These documents are so jumpy. It's because they're so long. Please bear with me. I apologize for the gap. Here we go. Sean says in her bio.
Oh, I couldn't unmute. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hi there. Hi.
Hi.
Sean, my dear friend, I find telling and hearing the truth challenging and life affirming.
All right. I hope the Wi-Fi keeps, and I'll do my best. My piece.
Oh, you're on the train. That's right. I
Yeah.
forgot.
So I'm going around and I'm going around and I'm listening and I'm waking and I'm walking through this green valley and I'm saying, what's going on? I haven't made restitution to this beginning place, now past. I merely know I can sit down again in this lay of land. And on these grass blades and sepal points, the chaos is calmed and they correct my wrongs. I'm looking here and there, okay? Okay. And I stand too fast. I stand too fast. I'm falling. No, I'm spinning in this valley filled with soul songs. All kinds of sour sorts out there too. I persist in my heart's dim and dreary vein, noticing, hey, isn't that hate and rage and fear and wait for it, greed? Kind of know what I'm saying? There is nothing
We're losing you, Sean. Must be going through some mountains. Let's see if she comes back. I'll count. Well, we could appreciate the percussion of this, or I guess we can move on. I'm so sorry. Sorry, Sean. That darn train. Okay, well, moving on. The K.V. Nemkowski has authored 3 books of poetry. Drift, 10 Pell Books, 2000, Dear Friend, Strawgate Books, 2012, and Early Exits, United Artist Books, 2018. Are you here, KB?
Yes, yep, here.
Hello. Hi, nice to see you.
Well, dear, yeah, I wrote dear friends, and you are a dear friend, so it's only appropriate. And thanks for the invite. And just yeah, I love the camaraderie here. It's very important to show up. It's important to recharge. I still believe in the optimism that Bobby mentioned. I still believe in the beauty of the moon. And I'm about almost like an allegory, mixed metaphor thing here. It's called Arc of the Moon. The moon, our favorite tiny microchip, without informing anyone, wrenches itself free and motors an arc across the black. Panic and suction, longing and languishing from lunar pulls, continents thirst, oceans starve, tides devour, spew the rivalry in resounding surf, and a coastline tug-of-war that no one will win. Seagulls hover and condescend the morning ebb, squawk their wants for alms, irate their scowls, their hungered wings, for what one wants, the other has. And of course, greater kingdoms of birds will fly into this furious picture to feed on the fitted flesh, and floods finally fulfill our beloved cities where no one built those skyscrapers. All the grieving, all the kisses set aloft, kisses blown through the air that will never ever reach their beloved. Thank you. Peace, y'all. Peace and love, y'all.
Thank you, KB. Howard Flancer. Is Howard here?
Say yes.
Yes.
Hi. Okay. Come to the forefront. Thanks again, KB. Howard Flancer says about himself, although not really himself, but from his heart, words are our weapons of resistance. La lucha continua. The struggle continues.
3 short poems. Ignorance. When you pretend it isn't happening, will not happen, could not possibly happen, the collective amnesia colonizes the mind. Atrocities are lies. The truth is much simpler. You deny it. We are drowning in it. We are bathing in blood, and we don't feel it. Denial is easy when you convince yourself the world is over. Second poem. The world is a crime scene. Near and far away, you avert your eyes and zone out. But you know what's going on. Rage, oppression, and murder occur in secret lies, but far away, the killers gloat and smirk and continue to kill the children without a qualm, as if it were ordained. I cannot look away or ever forgive. Third poem, Becoming a Fascist. How does a Zionist become a Nazi? Step by step, you would justify each decisive action against Palestinians. First, you take the land, and then uproot their olive trees. You burn their houses and bomb their hospitals, schools. You starve them so more children die. Then you murder them after destroying their livelihood. They are labeled a threat to your existence. They are termed human animals, and they have no right to live. Their existence is called an affront to true Zionists. Their culture and art are doomed valueless. It can be easily erased without any loss to the culture of the world. After the Palestinians are dead, they will not be forgotten by those who are living. They will continue their resistance until justice is done. Thank you. Thank you, Joni.
Thank you, Howard. Thanks for being here. Next up, my dear, loving friend, Marie Claire Pichet, Professor Emerita of French at the University of Mount St. Vincent, and co-founder, Anarchist Switchboard, New York, 1983 to 87, co-founder, facilitator of Top Lab, Theater of the Oppressed Laboratory, at the Brecht Forum, 1990 to 2016, and ongoing. Claire.
Thank you, Joanie.
Hi, nice to see you.
Thank you, and hello, everyone. And thank you to everyone for being here and sharing. My poem is called Bones. There used to be a bone in my heart, a homegrown bone, unlike bones I had picked, or fish bones lodged in my throat, or childhood songs of dry bones that heard the word of the Lord. That bone looped its own melodic mode. Its density was a dead weight. It calcified my veins with echoes of guilt, rage, and pain that filtered the symphonies my heart was designed to create. There was a screeching bone in my heart that had me living in a disembodied head, a head easy to lose. So with memories of struggle, I had left. I became the dog I had always been in dreamscapes and chewed that bone to bits, reconnecting my head to my heart. I could now play rhythm bones and beat, bark, or howl freely to the calls and responses of 1001 microtones.
Wow. Thank you, Claire. Thank you.